All right, how's it going? I'm going to talk about what we did here and my thought process behind it, and maybe what I should have did differently in the future. Um, so first off, our objective here was to attack Aachen Airfield, um, and it was a large group of us. However, I think in the future we probably won't notify the enemy that we're doing this because we attacked Julik defenses first, which is right here. And right away after we did that, we had still had ordnance left, and so we went for Aachen, and that was kind of our strategy to going in. But I think in the future if we decide to attack an airfield, that we should just go straight for the airfield and not for um, a target near the airfield and then finish off with the airfield itself because a lot of us perished. Um, and so anyway, let's talk about my initial engagement here. So we all started very low. Again, probably a poor choice because we had just attacked Julik defenses, no time to gain altitude, and we can already see that the Allies have very much set up a defense, getting ready for us to attack Aachen or to sort of intercept us from Julik if we didn't attack Aachen. So right away, these 51s, these 47s, and this 47 as well are engaged with our strike package. You can see Haluda here has got an enemy on him. Cat Daddy's got one. The 190's getting hit by AAA. And the radio is just going crazy. So really and truly, no one can help anybody else. We're all sort of in our own individual fights. But I am trying my best to save my two wingmen, and my two wingmen are doing their best to save me as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. We can see right away that this 51 has decided to commit to Biggles. I am also turning with him, not pulling too many G's. You can see he's kind of pulling pretty hard to get Biggles. At the same time, Biggles is doing a sharp turn. You can see he's pulling really hard to get onto this 51 right here. So this is just normal dogfighting, normal first engagement. Who sees who? Nothing's crazy about this except for just a normal engagement. And I don't think that there was anything other that I could have done or that Biggles could have done under the circumstances that we were already at, where we were low energy state, low altitude, and about to be engaged with a very large defense at Aachen Airfield. So you can see here, this 51 pulling almost 6 Gs or a little over 6 Gs to try to tag Biggles. Biggles, I'm calling out to him, hey, you got a 6. I'm not sure if he heard me because he was, fixated on this guy. And you can see this guy's pulling some negative Gs there. Interesting. But I think Biggles did catch on at the end here, and you'll see that he does get hit, but I think it's superficial. And at the same time, I get some really good hits on this enemy, and you can see, look at how crazy G's I'm pulling, just to try to get it. But I can pull these kind of G's because I'm not going very fast. I'm really slow. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, I believe the max turn rate is 290 on the 109. So I'm pretty much right on the edge there, and got some good hits into him. And so he decides to break off of Bickles, which is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I need him to do. And he's going to go into a dive. At the same time, there's still, Stewart's still in an engagement. He's being defensive here. And we got all our strike package being attacked by 47s. And it's just going downhill from here. It's just a bad situation, getting worse and worse and worse. All right, so let's see what happens here. So this 51, he does a dive. And because we're so low to the ground, I'm not going to stick with that dive. You'll notice here that my speed right now is pretty much equal to his. He's going to get a little bit more speed. Our G's are about the same as well. And now you see, I didn't stick with that. And the reason being is because he's already really low. He's not going to get a whole lot of extra speed. He does get some, but not a whole lot of extra speed to like get away from me. It's sort of too late. All right, so now he's all the way on the deck. He has no more options. The only thing he can do is pull really hard, but he's in a P-51B, which has no G suit. And typically the pilot in the B will um, get G fatigued sooner than a 109. And I know all of this, right? So I'm just going to roll in on him. At the same time, Steer is still being defensive. He's been doing a great job of this being defensive. You can look at the ribbon here. He's doing some rolls. It's turning into look like a rolling scissors. And unfortunately, I I mean, at this point, there it could have been a good opportunity for me just to break off of this 51 and go and save this guy. Why? Because this guy is already damaged. He's basically out of the fight. He's on the deck. He's damaged. He's headed for Aachen maybe, save himself. And I probably was greedy and I wanted to commit and get that kill in. And instead, I should have probably saved Stewart here. And that's on me. But Bagels will actually come around here shortly and actually helps Stewart out, which is great. So I'm being greedy. Like I said, I should have went and helped him, but I didn't. I roll in on this 51 because he really has no options. Smash him a bunch more and take him out. And you can see here, Stewart's doing it again. We switch to Stewart. You can see here he's been doing some defensive fighting, but now it's kind of too late for him, right? The 51's finally got some hits on him. Biggles comes in and saves him right there. He got a little bit of superficial hits on that 51, rolls around. At the same time, after I got that, I'm looking forward and I see this 190 who probably got pilot killed right here. And I'm like, hey, you got a 6 on you. And he doesn't do anything and he doesn't say anything on the radio. So most likely he got pilot killed right there and you'll see it crash into the ground in just a second. So now, again, I could have chose to go back to save my friends, but I'm target fixated on this 51. While I'm a target fixated on it, you can see this 38's coming in on me, and I break off. And the reason I break off is actually I didn't know this 38 was here, but these guys, I think it was either Biggles or Stewart, I don't remember who was saying, "Hey, you're about to have a 38 on you. You need a break." And so I break and I go a little bit vert here, which is probably not the best way to do a break. I probably should have went, either horizontal or something like that. And Gemini here gets away, which is fine. He's a great pilot anyway. And you can see Stewart and Biggles are doing their business here, and I think they'll actually get this guy, Skullcrow, but they're about to be engaged again with another 51, and you can see our strike group is pretty much almost dead. I think Eluder's about to get destroyed by these 47s, and Cat Daddy is right next to them. Okay, so anyway, I was told to break. I do. This is probably not the best break by going in a climbing left turn, but it is what it is. While I do that, I look to my left and I can see the fight going on over there. Nothing I can do really to help them. And then I look behind me and I see that 38. So I decide to go ahead and, of course, I was trying to help them, but I changed my mind. I decided to help myself and go for that 38. 38's got a lot more speed than I do, so I'm going for these long range shots. But a 38's really, really big, right? So it's almost impossible to miss them even at long range. So I go ahead and do it. And of course, I get some hits in on them. And at the same time, uh, Biggles is now again under attack by that 51 that I was talking about earlier. But see, they did get skull crawl. So here's just a typical right turn. That was just a simple shallow right turn, very low G's, maybe 3 G's or something like that. Easy, making it much easier for me to hit that 38 because he's basically giving me the broad side of his plane. And so I got that kill. Now at this point, I am the westmost plane, German plane, meaning that the eastmost. I'm the eastmost German plane. So that means I am the closest to getting away. I look to my right here and I can see that my friends are engaged by many, many enemies. There are more coming in and there's not a whole lot I can do. I do one more circle to see if I can help out, but by that time, Stewart is down, Biggles is getting hit, and I decide to run. At the same time, Rails here, another great pilot in the 47, decides to take some shots at me. You can see our energy states are nearly identical. You see he's much faster than me. However, I know he's in a 47 because I saw him while I'm looking behind me. So I just do like this nice shallow climb, try not to panic too much. He gets some hits on me, and you can see our energy states are nearly identical now. So he's just peppering me. He's like maybe zero point 0.4 away, zero point 0.5 away, something like that. And he's just peppering me, peppering me, peppering me with this 850 cals. However, I'm hoping that my slow climb will be enough to sort of get away. And eventually it is. You can see now, look at my speed 170 and his speed 160. And it'll be like that for the rest of the engagement where I'm just slowly like 180 versus 160. So I'm slowly getting away and I'm also climbing. So that's a secret between a 109 and a 47. Obviously, the 47 doesn't climb that well. I think at this point where I sort of level off, I'm in the clouds, and now I'm really trying to get away. See 200 versus 170, and probably about one click away now, and that's enough for him to decide, hey, that's I'm breaking off. And you can see here if we look back, no one is left alive except for Biggles, and he's fighting off like I don't know 5 allies with whatever enemy's going on there. So at this point, I have no coolant, no oil. My wing is destroyed. I got holes in my canopy. So I, put my engine into manual prop pitch and manual radiator, and I just nursed it all the way back home. And fortunately, the engine does die on the way home, but I was able to glide into the airfield and make it back to base. So what we'll do now is I'll switch to my in-cockpit view, and we'll see the entire action unfold in real time. Thanks for watching.